Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Mr. Hall's Virtual Classroom. I'm gonna be your host as always, Mr. Hall. Well, that sounds like the bell has rung, and welcome back to this edition of Mr. Hall's Virtual Classroom. Allow me to take you for a virtual tour of exciting lesson today on dun dun dun, the coordinate plane.
What?
I said the coordinate plane.
What?
All right. So, my dear friends, I hope that test wasn't too dramatic, but it is time for us to move on to a new lesson, and we will be starting on 9.1, which in your book will be on page 346. I know that we've talked a little bit about the coordinate plane, and it may have been a while back, but nonetheless we have. And we're going to be talking about some different portions of it and how to do some graphing. But, shall we continue? Alright, so go ahead and look in your book on page 346, and we're going to talk about the coordinate plane. Alright, so a coordinate plane is going to deal with three main things that I want to talk about. You're going to have x-axis, y-axis, and we're going to have origin. And so when I'm talking about x and y, oh yeah, I want to add something else too that's going to be important. Ordered pairs. And so it's not like you call the grocery store and say, hey, I ordered pairs.
Fail.
I had tried it. It was some kind of dad joke I thought I would try, but no, ordered pairs are going to be hanging out with us on the good old dear x and y axis. And they will never go away. You will see them the rest of your mathematical career. So, with that being said, my dear sweet loved ones, let's move forward. Alright, so when I'm talking about x and y axis, you guys have seen this before, I'm sure, a graph. One thing a lot of people don't remember, y runs up, which is called what? Vertical. X runs like this, which is going to be horizontal. So up, down for y, across, horizontal. Alright, so when I'm talking about ordered pair, I'm talking about an x and a y. So if I have a point, and it's right here, on 0, 0, that's 0 on the x and 0 on the y. Okay? And that's how we figure out an ordered pair. It's you need one coordinate for the x and one coordinate for the y. So let's just say I'm going to write maybe just like so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, this will kind of give us a little something to work with here for a moment. Let's just say that I had a point that fell right here. How would I make an ordered pair out of that? Well, what I would do is I would look, where does it go? On the x first, okay, because I need my x. Because you can see right here, first x, and then what? Then y. So I'll draw you a little arrow so you can see. So make sure that you have first on the x, then on the y. So my first point, it looks like I go up how many? Up 1, which is right here. And now I need my y, so it goes over 1. So it seems like the point falls on 1 on the x and 1 on the y. So if this is my point right here, it is on what? 1, 1. So that is my ordered pair. So if I were to tell you to plot positive 1, positive 1, you would literally go up 1 on the x, up 1 on the y, over on the x, or up, excuse me if you will, I told you backwards. You actually go here first, and then up. So, go on the x-axis first, then the y.
Loser.
I know.
Fail.
But yes, go on the x first, then to the y. So if I tell you to plot, what if I tell you to plot this number right here? 1, 2. What you need to do is go over 1 on the x, and then how many points up? 2. So that point would be right here. And that would be the ordered pair 1, 2, if I were to tell you to plot that. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and look at example 1. It says, give the coordinates and a quadrant for the location for each point. Alright, so this is the way it works. I want to draw another one so you guys can see. This is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4. Alright, for some reason, I don't know why it goes like that, but it just does. So, if it tells us quadrant 1, quadrant 2, so remember it goes like and then goes back up. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Alright, so example 1 says give the coordinate and location. So that means we're needing the quadrant and the what? The ordered pair. So if we're looking at ours, P, well I can already see, P looks to be what quadrant? Quadrant 1. So I want to put P right here. It's in quadrant 1 because we can see it's, I'll just put right here for P. And again, you're going to have to be looking at your book for this because this is going to be up to scale. So let's go over and look at P. Alright, so P, we need to go over how many, let's count how many places that we have to go over on the X. Because remember, we're making an ordered pair here. It's X and Y. So that means we're doing X first, then Y. How many places do we go over for P? 1, 2, 3. Go to the right 3, and we come up how many? 2. So it's 3, 2. So quadrant 1, and then it's 3, 2. Alright, let's try another one. Let's look at Q. Q is going to be somewhere over here. So what quadrant is that? Alright. I'll put Q right here. Q is in quadrant 2. Now I need an X and Y, which is going to be my ordered pair. So let's go count up. We're going to the left how many places? 1, 2. Alright, just so you know this. Left, negative. Down is negative. Right is positive, so. So going to the right is positive and going up is positive. Going to the left is negative and going down is negative. One more time. Going to the right on the X, negative. I just put this. Right on X equals plus. Left on X equals negative. Up at Y equals positive. Down on Y equals negative. So this is very, 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 very important that you guys remember this. Alright, so let's go back and look at our point here if we can. So we got quadrant 2 right here. Let's count how many places we went over. So we went over 2 to the left, so that's negative 2. How many places did we have to go up? 1, 2, 3, 4. So our coordinate is what? Negative 2, 4. Negative 2, 4. Alright. And basically for R and S, you just go tell me what quadrant they are and just plot them the same way we just did. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at example 2, if you will. This is a pretty short lesson. It's not very intense. You guys can read some more on your book if you have any questions, but again, if you will memorize this, this is on your graph again. So remember, X goes left to right. Y goes up and down. Alright, so let's look at example 2. It says for us to graph each point. So this time we're graphing instead of writing out the portion. The center right here is always 0, 0. Okay? So it tells us that we're going to graph 2, 4. So let me go ahead and make me some tick marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so our first one says that we're going to go, J is going to be 2, 4. So that means 2 on the X, 4 on the Y. So just so you're curious where we're going to go. So that's positive 2, so that's going to be 1, 2. Up how many? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our point's actually going to be right here. Let me put it in a different color. So that's going to be J right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the next one. K. K says negative 1, negative 2. So that means we're going to have to do what? Alright, same thing. Let's go ahead and find it. We're going to go negative 1. Negative 1's to the left. And negative 2, so it's going to go down 2 places. And that puts K right there. So again, we went over left 1, down 2. Left on the X, down on the Y. Let's look at L. What does L say? L says that L is going to be negative 3, 3. So that means we're going to go how many places? Since it's negative, we're going to go negative on the X. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. Up 3 because it's positive 3, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So our L is going to be right here. And last, let's do M. M says we have 0, negative 5. Alrighty, well let's go to 0. 0 is where? I'll use a different color so you can see this a little better. 0 is right here in the middle. Okay. Negative 5 is down, so that means we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So M is going to be right here. And again, this is not a super complicated, and it's never going to go away. You guys are going to keep building on this for the rest of your mathematical career, especially in Algebra 1. That's when it's really going to get serious, and you guys are definitely going to see it in geometry, Algebra 2, and the dreaded pre-cal. So familiarize yourself with this, and you'll probably have a quiz on it pretty soon. I would definitely say probably a week from Monday. I think that's about all, and it looks like guys, class is over. If you guys were to have any questions, please feel free to text me, call me, FaceTime me, whatever. We'll make sure that we can get you guys taken care of. But your homework is going to be on page 348, and I was going to have you guys to start off by doing 232 through 32 even. So again, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. I'll get you guys taken care of, and Hope you guys did good on your test. Please don't fret over it. I know this is still crazy, but we're going to get through it. And you guys are just super smart. And I will talk to you guys later. Dun, dun, dun.